Hi everyone, it's been a while since I did my last vlog, and for good reason. The past few weeks have been really packed, with all our modules slowly kicking into full gear, and all the student ops picking up the pace with their activities. But I would say the biggest thing that's happened over the last few weeks since my last vlog would definitely be week 7. If you're not from Yale-NUS, or you haven't watched the other vlogs yet, Week 7 Learning Across Boundaries, or LABS for short, is a series of short 1 to 2 week courses organised by the Centre for International Professional Experiences in our school, or CIPE. There are 13 courses altogether, held all over the world. I have friends that went to Boston, South Africa, Morocco, Japan, Brunei, India, and so on, just name a few. The courses were designed to give us an out-of-classroom experience where we get to spend the full week immersing ourselves in the topic of study. For my Week 7 course, I stayed in Singapore for the Stories of Ourselves course, conducted by Professor Chris Asplen and Professor Robin Zhong. In our course, we explored the notions of identity and memory, grounding most of our discussions in the context of Singapore. To explore these concepts, we looked at two big topics: trauma and national narratives in Singapore. We explored trauma through a number of ways. It started out with a discussion on the certain parts of the brain that affects memory, and that led us to the CIRC lab at NUS, where one of my course mates, Xuan, got an MRI scan of his brain as Professor Asplen got him to do a few memory exercises. You can probably hear more about it in his vlog. We followed up this very theory-heavy discussion with a visit to the Sexual Assault Care Centre by Aware, where we talked to the volunteers and the staff members there about their experiences as first responders to people who have experienced such trauma, and about sexual assault in Singapore in general. We got an insight into how trauma affects the survivors, and also got to learn how to act as first responder to someone who has undergone such a traumatic experience. The second topic, that of national narratives, definitely spanned the broader part of our course. In these sections, we explored the concept of a national narrative and what that looks like in Singapore. The crafting of a national narrative is an act often unavoidable when trying to create a national identity. And Singapore, being such a young country that developed really fast, was really a perfect platform for us to study this, with the intense rate of change providing us with many opportunities to observe the crafting of such a national narrative and how it affects the everyday Singaporean. But more importantly, we also looked at alternate narratives in Singapore, the narratives of those people that don't fit into a national narrative, that fall between the cracks. We started a course with a visit to the Housing Development Board HQ, the board in charge of the public housing here in Singapore, and we looked at how the HDB scheme, while doing such an excellent job in providing for homes for citizens in the country, has very much been equally effective as a tool used by the government to craft a national narrative. We were treated to the beautiful HDB show houses and the gallery that very nicely tracks the growth and future developments of the HDB, but at the same time we were very aware of what or who were omitted. There were no mentions of families who did not fit into the nuclear family unit recognized by the Singapore government, who will not stand to benefit from the many great schemes set up for Singaporeans. We could also observe how the from third world to first narrative was constantly used to downplay what the Singaporeans of the time had to go through while Singapore faced such rapid urbanization. The forceful land acquisition, the splitting up of families, all excused because we moved from the dangerous slums to our clean HDBs. There was a lot more that went down during the course, but I'll just briefly talk about two of the experiences that were more impactful to me. For one of the mornings of our course, we were brought down to Red Hill Market to have a walk with Mr. Ho Chi Lik, an artist who had done a series of sketches in the area. The rock walk around the flats of Red Hill. It was there when we had a very serendipitous exchange with one of the elderly residents, who very enthusiastically brought us up to his flat and showed us the cat he was taking care of along with his sister. It was only then that I realised that we stumbled upon one of the elderly neighbourhoods in the area. And what I mean by that is that the entire HDB block was made out of 2-room rental flats, rented out primarily to senior citizens through the 2-room flexi-flat scheme here in Singapore. While it was heartening to see the needs of the elderly being taken care of, it was also hard not to notice that the elderly in Singapore was yet another alternate narrative that has no place in the bigger Singaporean picture, and is one that is hidden in plain sight behind other brighter HDBs, and a problem that is constantly kept out of sight and out of mind. Another impactful experience was our tour to Bukit Brown Cemetery, conducted by All Things Bukit Brown, an activist group that advocates for the conservation of Bukit Brown Cemetery in light of plans to build a highway over it. We were treated to an immensely informative tour of the graves in Bukit Brown and the impact the individuals had on pre-independence Singapore. There were so many things about the tour that had an impact to me. Hearing stories about Singapore's influence in Southeast Asia and China back in the end of the 19th century really began to question where the idea that Singapore was a fishing village before independence ever came from. But more importantly, seeing our guides, Catherine and Fabian, passionately talk about this area that they held so dearly and sharing with us their incredible wealth of knowledge about Singapore's past, information that they gathered all on their own. It was heartening to see how far a group of activists can go, and while the battle for Bukit Brown is far from over, it was incredibly inspiring seeing a group of citizens standing up for what they believed in and actually getting some, albeit small, results. My Week 7 course was an amazingly relevant, eye-opening and all-round enjoyable course, and it really broadened my perspectives on issues in Singapore. It got me to reflect on what it means to be Singaporean and how much the citizens here can and should do for the social causes that they believe in. So Week 7 ended with a symposium where the freshmen all came together to put up presentations and exhibitions to share with the rest of the school what they learned during their trip. I had a great time finding out more about the really amazing trips that my friends had went through or experienced during their Week 7. For Stories of Ourselves, we put up an interactive art piece that talked about many of the topics we covered during our course. We also did have a kind of a satirical, funny, fake infomercial that poked fun at issues we discussed, which you can see here. For our course, we decided to take a different approach to our exhibition, where we focused on really getting our audience to reflect on the issues discussed, rather than just showcase what we did during our Week 7. And from the many responses that we got, I think we did a good job with that. I just want to kind of end this video with some gratitude. I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity provided by SITE and conducted by our amazing professors. It's so rare to get a chance to talk about these very important issues, especially in school, and I had the amazing luck of going through such a well-organized and insightful course. I also want to thank my course-mates who really made the course for me, because everyone was super enthusiastic and we all worked very hard on the symposium pieces, which is why it was as successful as it was. Week 7 was another reminder of all the opportunities you get here at Yale-NUS, and I'm looking forward to what else the school has to offer. Hopefully I get to go for more cool things so that these vlogs will continue to be as cool as this one was. Hint hint.